You got it tuned to Wop Up on KEXP 90.3 FM. I'm Derek Mazzoni, your DJ and host, and one of my dreams is about to come true right now. Os Mutantes is in Seattle on my show.
Hey.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Would love to hear some music because we could talk for a long time, but I know people want to hear some songs.
So I'll play The Dream Is Gone for the new album. I lost my home, my dream is gone. I'm on the road, nowhere to go. I'm on the streets, nothing to eat. I'm all alone, no jobs no more. Half of my ship is wrecked, can't find no hash to safely hide away. In the middle of the deep high sea, without a compass, no land inside. The Trida is gone, no blues no more. I'm all alone, my country's gone. I'm on the streets, that ain't too easy. I lost my mind, can't find my soul. Half of my ship is wrecked, can't find no hatch to safely hide away. In the middle of the deep high sea, without a compass, no land inside.
Os Mutantes live in the studios of KEXP. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
It is so great to have you guys around in general. You've a huge influence on a whole bunch of artists. A lot of artists, even I believe Kurt Cobain, asked in a letter for you guys to come and play.
Yeah, he did. It was a letter for my brother. I never got it.
I'm sorry.
That was a pity. But anyway, it is a great pleasure to be here, and it's an amazing, magical thing, you know. I mean, it's great to see your music survive your own band or survive yourself, and it's a fantastic thing that we are now playing, you know, the second album just putting out, and it is actually it's a real big honor, and it's a very humble experience. I mean, so you realize that the music is much more than yourself or any person in the band. So it is very cool stuff.
Awesome. Full Metal Jacket just released on April 30th.
Yep.
So it's brand new, and you guys are finishing up your U.S. tour. You're playing Boise, Salt Lake, and then Las Vegas, which is going to be very interesting. Os Mutantes in Las Vegas.
Yeah, which is home for me now.
Really?
I'm living in Las Vegas. Yeehaw!
Okay.
I got to, you know, the spirits of the Indian, the Shoshones and all the stuff just got into my
So you're living
bones.
in not Vegas, not on the Strip.
No, not on the Strip, no.
Okay.
I don't do anything. I don't smoke, don't drink. I never thought that I would put my foot in Vegas, you know, because I had that stereotype idea of Vegas. But when I arrived there, and I saw all the mountains. They keep changing colors, man. You know, it's like a amazing thing, and really the vibe, the energy of the n- spirit of the place is fantastic. I think I felt what Bugsy felt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said to my wife, like in 3 days, we said, I want to live here.
Really?
Yeah, so we moved.
From Brazil to Las Vegas?
Yeah, enough green.
Okay, that's true. Okay. You guys were a part of the Tropicalia movement, and then you stopped performing what year?
Boy. We were together until... I'm very hard in dates, man. I don't really know. We started probably around 1966,
Mhm.
you know, as Mutantes. We put out our first album in 1968. Then, you know, we did a bunch of albums. Then Rita left because, you know, it was a Romeo-Juliet thing, you know, with my brother. And then my brother left. So I kept on, and I did another 2 albums until 1978, as far as I know.
Then you stopped and back in like
Yes.
2000, you restarted again.
2006.
2006.
Yeah.
What did you do in between?
Well, I was in New York for 10 years. I was playing with everybody. It was like a fantastic thing. Like, because first just played with those guys. And then suddenly I was playing with everybody, you know, all the jazz cats. I just landed.
Yeah, nobody's going to say no to you.
What do you mean?
They wouldn't. You just came in and said
No,
no.
nobody had any idea who I was or anything like
Really?
that. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it was a fantastic thing. I mean, I parachuted on the band of Al Shanker, the violinist, which was the same band as John McLaughlin's one through band.
Heavy jazz fusion.
Yeah. So I just dropped there. Nobody kicked me out. So I started, you know, to play with everybody, and I met Diodato, which was great, and so many people, Jeremy Steig, you know, all those cats, and I was suddenly like playing with them.
Wow.
And it was very nice, because then it was like, you know, you break up of a marriage and then you're fooling around with everybody. So it was cool.
That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Os Mutantes, live in the
one is-
studios.
Next one is
Time and Space.
This one I made with my friend Sam Spiegel in L.A.
Okay.
It was a cool thing because we just rolled the tape, you know, and I just improvised the thing from top to bottom. It was fun.
Wow.
It's a nice tune. Are you ready?
yeah, go ahead.
And everything that you do, all of your fears, vibrations of electrons circulating round atomic dreams. And everything that you do, all of the tears, we create realities. Believe in such a thing as time and space, time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, time and space. Time and space. Come with me, disintegrate, following the human race. Whether or not we live or die, knowing that it's all a lie. Oh. Shake me. Oh, give it to me. And everything that you do, all of your fears, vibrations of electrons circulating round atomic dreams. And everything that you do, all of your tears, we create realities. Believing such a thing as time and space, time and space. Oh, time and space. that you do, all of your fears, vibrations of electrons circulating round atomic rings. And everything that you do, all of your tears, we create realities. Believe in such a thing as time and space, time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, oh, oh. Time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, time and space. Oh, oh, oh.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
Os Mutantes live in the studios. Sergio, could you introduce the band, please?
Oh, yeah. The ladies first. This is Amy Crawford from New York, our keyboard player.
Hi.
She's fantastic. This is the beautiful Annie Cordeiro from New York, but from Puerto Rico. No, you're wrong. This is Esmeria, the other side on the drums.
The other side.
Oh, cool, fantastic. So, this is Annie Cordeiro, our drummer, which we love. This is Esmeria Bulgari, our lead singer and percussion. Vinícius Junqueira on the bass, directly from, say?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. This is Vitor Trida, guitar player, and he plays a bunch of other stuff. Great singer, great composer, Vitor Trida. And myself, the old Indian.
Sergio Diaz Baptista. Let's talk history just for a moment.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that when you guys first started playing, you were persecuted by the military government of Brazil. You were, correct me if I'm wrong, you were thrown in jail and then exiled.
No,
Okay.
we were never thrown in jail. I think we were too cute. You know, I mean, too young, and you know, like Rita had like that blonde, blue eyes thing that, you know, it would be hard for them to say that we were like such criminals. You know, they got Caetano and Gil instead. So they were kind of more of the stereotype of the whatever they needed.
The radical.
But we were, you know, many times on stage, and people would come and tell us, please leave now because they're coming to get you. So we used to leave and go away.
Why did they want to come get you? Well, because most people don't understand the culture. So give us a little background. Like, why would a cute little band like you cause such problems?
We were free, and that's something that always offend whoever has a grasp on a country, on a culture, on anything like this. So we just didn't care, and we were basically, they never could understand us. You know, they thought we were like, many people said we were leftist, then the other guy said we were pro-Americans because we use guitars and all this stuff. We were totally anarchists. We were kids, you know, and that was the fun of it. And when you're a kid, you know, you feel like you're immortal. You have all that power, you know. So we defied the hell out of them. We did, you know, every time they censor one song of us, we would not change the lyrics. We would put a noise on top of it, like Cabeludo Patriota, instead of. So everybody knew that that thing was censored. So it was like, for example, yellow and green. We could not say that because it was the colors of our flag. Can you imagine that? No, it's so silly, man. The things that it is like. Think about it. It's just a guy that is sitting behind a desk and has like 15 minutes of power. So he has to do some job, you know. So of course, we were targeted, and we were. Part of the total radical things that was happening in the 60s there, which I think it was kind of a response to your flower power here. But we didn't have the Vietnam. We had the coup d'etat. Actually, you guys had your coup d'etat first when they killed Kennedy in 63. After that, the entire South America went. So I think probably this is part of the conspiration. So we could add this thing to the next
octopus
movie. Yeah, octopus, great. So anyway, We were playing, and just, the worst thing that happened was, no, but I don't want to lose myself in that thing. We were part of this huge thing that was happening. It was not only just music. There was theater involved, like Zé Celso, and there was like cinema and all of the arts, literature, everybody.
So it was
And-
a full culture movement.
It was a small, very compact group, but extremely efficient. So I think that was the main thing. So that's why they cut the heads, which was Caetano and Gil, and they were expelled. So they stayed like for, I think, 3 years in England, and that was very hard.
So do you consider the fact that Gil Gilberto then became the Minister of Culture of Brazil?
You mean Gilberto Gil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that an interesting ducktail?
Yeah, I expected much more from him, honestly. And I spoke on the newspapers because he could have done so much, for the country. And for example, like payola, still in full action in Brazil. And he could have just say, okay, radio are concessions. He could just get the concession out of a radio and that will finish the stuff. And he was a personal friend of Lula, which was the president. So he had the power. I don't know what happened, honestly. But I think as a culture minister, I think he's an excellent composer.
Okay. That's an interesting insight, and I definitely, you have a different perspective on it, and I hear that. I thought of it more like, here's somebody that was actually imprisoned and exiled, now comes back to the.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I expected.
So you expected him to do much more.
For sure. If I was in his shoes, I for sure would. Either they would kick me out of there, or I would raise hell, for sure.
That's perfect. The new record is Full Metal Jacket, out on Kiran Music
No,
Group.
it's Full Metal Jack.
Full Metal Jack?
Yeah, they're wrong.
Full Metal Jack, okay. Sorry about that.
I'm the Full Metal Jack.
Okay. It's released April 30th. We'd love to hear some more music. Please.
Okay.
They said you love me today. They said you love me no more. Achoo! They said you love me today. They said you love me no more. I'm down on Piccadilly Willie. I'll wear no patches no more. And angel dressed as a velvet bitch. I'm all my sins. The church excommunicated me. For that I don't give a damn. His God's not too busy to be watching over my life. They said you love me today. They said you love me no more. They said you love me today. They said you love me no more. My name is Piccadilly Willie. Nowhere, no patches no more. My mind is sexual predatory. I'm a drug from Brazil. My place seduces like a passion. And now we're going to hell. We'll burn for all eternity without a shame or teardrop. the earth. My father fell from the skies. I'm a son and daughter of a fire. I am myself. I have no mercy to stupidity. Can't stand any self-control. My mind has no sense to be, and I burn and stay cold.
It's a velvet bitch. It's a velvet bitch. It's a velvet bitch. It's a velvet bitch. Brazil, Brazil, Brazil.
Os Mutantes live in the studio, sitar and all. That was the bomb. I think that's the first sitar we've had here. Yeah. Yeah. I think we had first rendition of Night in Tunisia just a few weeks ago. And the first sitar. Breaking new grounds here. The new record is Full Metal Jack, just released, and you guys are finishing up your tour. In the 90s, there was like a resurgence in Os Mutantes material. I know that Mr. Byrne re-released a bunch of your stuff on Lawakabop.
Yeah.
And then there was this whole like, okay, who are these bands?
Well, I remember he phoned me, and he said it. He was wanting to do that, to release some songs, and I said, oh, great, fantastic. So I suggest him the material, what would be, and we had never met. Actually, we did meet in one of the first gig that he did in CBGB's. When he was with Tina still, the girl, and it was a crazy show where this girl used to rip telephone books, totally punked out, it was fantastic, and we spoke there for a while because we had like a mutual friend, but then we spoke like 20-something years later, or 15 years later, I'm not sure, but anyway, and that's what happened. But I had no idea that this thing would be like any major thing. It was like a total surprise. For example, when we played at the Barbican, we didn't even know. When you finish playing, you leave the stage and there's a lift that takes you down 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
And they were standing there shouting, "Mutantes, Mutantes," for 15 minutes.
Wow.
It was like outrageous. And that happened again when we came to play the Pitchfork in the same 2007, I think, or 2006, 2007, I think.
That's a good question.
I don't remember.
2007,
Maybe. 2006. Anyway, and they were all that crowd, like 15,000 kids, and they're like there screaming, "Mutantes!" And Zélia, the girl that was singing then, she came to me with these eyes, and said, "Sergio, the voice of people is the voice of God." It was so funny, man. But of course everything went wrong. They plugged the plugs of the monitor is on reverse, so we had no monitors. But anyway, we did our thing there, and it was cool.
That is awesome. It's a great story. What are you guys? You're back in gear right now. You're going to be making more records, touring. Are you
Oh, yeah.
like you? There's just Devondre Barnhart, Beck, and so many different people love what you guys are doing. Are you planning to collaborate more with more artists? Is this
For sure.
Is this the,
I did some stuff with Beck on that thing that he does, like records, and which was fun. I love to meet more of these guys. I haven't so far, but I think it's a positive thing, because then we're left alone to be able to do our own stuff. I mean, not really having to. I mean, sometimes a collaboration, if it doesn't happen for real, sometimes it's kind of and you need to have this thing like really happening. And the great things are when somebody's like, you're not expecting, and this is the best things. Sometimes, for example, a guy from a clochard from Paris, like in the subway, that would be fantastic, because there's so many great musicians there and so many stuff happening. And for example, meeting these girls, this is like great. It is. I'm so looking forward to do new stuff and new material with everybody together. With this new outfit. This outfit is all right.
ensemble?
Ensemble. Okay. Well, we cannot wear an ensemble, right? Anyway, the first thing that I said when we were about to come back was, we're gonna make a record, because there's no sense, just playing the old stuff that you did all your life. Otherwise, you're a dead.
Yeah.
Band.
You're a minute away from the casino circuit.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you. I'm scared of going to Las Vegas, but it's going to be fun. But after that, we're going to do, actually in Tucson, we're going to do like an acoustic set, because on the tour we had Tucson, but we lost the show because our bus caught fire.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Nobody was hurt.
No, nobody. Thank God. We were stranded there in the middle of Texas. With not even some cows. There was just a Labrador that came to lick us. It was great. Actually, he really boosted up the spirit. And so, the tour has been like very, very strong. And, it is growing and growing and growing. It's great to...
Feels like a living thing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Perfect. I'm going to ask one more question, and then I need to hear more music, please. Brazil. Do you go back? Do you play? How are you received?
Sure. For example, I just played Brazil on the 30th of December last. But I played one album of ours that is Another Formation, that when I did like in 1976, I think,
Okay.
with Rui, Tulio, and Pedro. So we did this album, it's kind of a one thing only, and it was a great stuff, where there was all these guys like went berserk, It's fantastic. Every time we play there, it's like 50,000 people, 80,000 people, and it is like, of course, it's home, but it's so much more fulfilling when you go, like, for example, to Lawrence, Kansas, and you see those kids, and you're putting out a record in Portuguese, like Rai was, and you're singing those things, and they're there, and they don't leave, and they listen, and they get the thing, This is like amazing, I mean, Brazil is, of course, is home. I'm going there. We're going to have like a couple of shows there in July, and we're always coming back, of course. But I don't know where I'm going to end up, honestly.
Okay.
For now, Vegas.
That's perfect. Os Mutantes, live in the studios of KEXP 90.3 FM, where the music matters. Please, some more music.
Okay.
Stuck it in our system. Shake like a boo, ain't gonna change, you better let it go.
Let love go.
Don't let this step into your future.
Mosquito.
Anything goes if you can picture. There's just a time you had to climb your way out of the pressure. So take this shot and shoot it back before you hear the lecture. Shake it like a boo, ain't gonna change, you better let it go.
Let love go.
Don't let this step into your future.
Mosquito.
Anything goes if you can picture. Step into your future. Mosquito. Anything goes if you can picture.
Let love go.
Don't let them step into your future.
Aburrido.
Anything goes if you can picture.
You guys rock. Quite well. Os Mutantes, live in the studios of KEXP. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, guys. It's been such a great pleasure.
Thank you. Please come back again. I want to thank Kevin and Jim and everybody else who made this thing happen. Please come back again.
Oh.
It's so good to have you here.
Anytime, just call.
We will. We
We
will.
will.
This is Wopop, KEXP 90.3 Seattle, where the music matters.